And I say I got into my body and became more literate with my emotions, not absorbed in them, which is what I was when I was a snag. I was a male absorbed in his emotions. So I thought I'd start with a demonstration of 3 types of men to just get it going in the discussion. And Judy offered to volunteer, and she's the catalyst that brought us here. So give her a round of applause. Because then if you don't like me, she at least got recognition up front. So well, I'm going to set that down. So we're going to talk about, imagine the 3 type of men. And so this is man A, and I'm going to have her make a fist and push into my hand. Make a fist and push into my hand. Push hard. See that? Just completely agree. Adjustable. It's warm and cozy. And kind of seems like you're winning. Now let's do man B. Push in my hand. I push back. That's argumentative, attacking the bad boy and others. Now I want you to do it again and push into my hand and push harder and push harder and push harder and then take away fast. That's man C, the 3rd. And in that one, what occurred is she pushed in, but there was a core that stopped. And what I did is I just did the Aikido technique of centering myself. Obviously, if she really put her heart into it, someone could knock me over. But what occurred is I bend a little, but there was actually a core that doesn't move. And I challenge, we haven't that conversation going on with our men. And what I was taught is to be man A. To be highly agreeable, to be cooperative, that everything comes first actually in the relationship before I even know who I am. And what that makes you is an experience of the woman feeling like they have goo and they never feel safe. Yeah, give her a round of applause. This is just observation. So, I'm not a scientist. This is just observation. And what I noticed is I learned how to do formal ballroom dance. And I noticed learning how to do dance that as a man, I wasn't to dominate and control. I was to offer a structure, a firmness that allowed the woman partner to be expressive. It wasn't about controlling it or dominating it. That really it was a cooperative that occurred. And then I realized what I had thrown out, the baby with the bathwater in my life, is really embracing what is good about the masculine first, for me, and embracing it before I embraced the feminine aspects. I had gotten it reversed. Well, imagine if we had a little girl and say, you really need to embrace the masculine qualities before you ever learn to be a woman. But we're kind of saying that to our boys. We're devaluing what is good about it. And so what I had learned in my own experience is by doing this, in fact, I asked the guy who did the first weekend, I said, what do you tell women? He looked me right in the eye, knowing who he was looking at, and he said, stay away from the snags. I said, what's a snag? He said, sensitive new age guy. They look like they have emotion and heart, but they have no spine. And I had made myself into that. And that's why my life didn't work. And I learned it from the self-help books. In our society and work, trying to fit in. What I had to do is embrace who are the core principles of Martin that aren't moving. And that doesn't mean being stubborn. You got it? It's what are my core principles? And I remember an example. Well, where's our clothing? The woman has the clothing store. There we go. This is a funny story where I had not done this in my practice marriage. Something happened and my wife came out of a store, and obviously nothing like your store, and she was in tears of how she was treated. She looked around and I was gone, and she looked back and I was in the store talking to the manager saying, it's not okay to treat my wife this way. I would not have done that in my first marriage because maybe I wasn't empowering her enough.